Hello everybody and welcome to another Chair League cast. This is Chair League Season 3. We have a Division 1 match for you tonight. Deep Impact versus 2+2 equals Team. 2+2 equals Team is a team I've been following recently and features a couple of friends of mine. So they're pretty good. They just added Freak, or I guess in the game you'll see him as Passionless. It should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. So both these teams are 5-2 in their division. And sorry, just 1 second. Hiding out the draft links. Okay, so both of these teams are 5-2 in their division, so doing very well and headed to the playoffs. Actually, one MMR separates these two teams, and that MMR has made the difference on whether they're in the top leaderboard or not. Let me try and show you guys here. And you see 2+2 equals Team is number 4 in Division 1, and excuse me, you can see Deep Impact isn't even here on the top 5, but I think they'll both get to the playoffs most likely. So, and I've handed it the draft link, so just waiting for them to ready up. Oh, did I? And the link to the wrong person. I think I was supposed to hand it to McNulty. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So, draft links are out. We're just waiting for the, oh, and there we go. And this was 2+2 equals Team's map choice. We have Braxis Holdout, which is a very weird kind of map. It's small, it can be snowbally, even though they nerfed the first 2 waves of Zerg. And it's all about kind of sustainability and holding the point, which is why you would see Rexxar banned here. Rexxar is very popular on this map because you can send the bear onto the point to hold the point while you stay safe near your wall, I think even behind your wall. So it's very weird. It's a very strange map, and rotations are very good, kind of like in Dragonshire. So weirdly, heroes like Falstad are still picked a lot. We saw, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the esports, but in the opening week of BlizzCon this morning, MVP Black actually picked Falstad on this map and crushed with it. So very interesting though. Actually, Denial ended up picking Dahaka against Chen, and Dahaka actually stood his own against Chen and actually won that lane 1v1 against Chen, so I wonder if we'll see anything crazy like that. Samuro, of course, is still permabanned. I don't think we'll see him in Chair League until he gets another nerf. And you see the Malfurion pick. Once again, sustainability, so you can get on the point and stay on the point, is very key. So Malfurion is great for that. Not only can he provide health, he can provide mana, he can reduce cooldowns, all the good stuff that Malfurion does. And his root is so big that it can cover some of the chokes going left or right out of the control points, the beacons as they call it. And the answer from 2+2 equals Team is Lunario. We haven't seen this be very popular recently. I think Like, Malfurion is good with his heal over time against the damage over time of Lunara, but if she spreads that poison damage, and the onus is on Lunara to spread it, Malfurion might have trouble keeping up. We might see something like a Brightwing pick come out from Deep Impact to respond to this Lunarial. But instead we see Chen. Chen, once again, one of the best solo laners, so you could leave him, usually split 4-1 on this map, so you leave Chen as a solo laner. He can try and hold the point by himself. He has a lot of sustain, he has reasonable wave clear, and it becomes no problem for them. So we'll see who 2+2 team gets to address this Chen. Vala, one of the most stable DPS right now, probably the most popular range DPS. And yeah, so, you know, Vala, I feel like we talk about her every game because she's picked almost every game. She just offers very consistent output, always very high DPS, damage numbers. She has only one-ish viable build right now, and okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so Tychus is the ban from 2+2, which is interesting because Tychus is very good against Chen, but having two kind of ranged auto attackers that are fairly immobile, I guess they didn't want to go into that, and they don't want Deep Impact responding with it, so it might indicate a double warrior comp coming out right now, maybe even a Cho'Gall. I don't know. The Cho'Gall is a very popular pairing with Oriole, or was, I guess, at once upon a time. And Zarya being banned out is still no surprise because, once again, she can sustain very well and kind of hard to deal with. Like, if you put Zarya and Oriole in the same, and there it is, the Cho'Gall. We haven't seen, this is like the draft from a couple of patches ago, and 2+2 team is bringing it back. They're hipstering it up. It's like, we're gonna play this comp regardless of whether it's cool now or not. So let's see what Deep Impact responds with, because it's very powerful. If you've ever played Oriole with a Cho'Gall on your team, you put the crown on him and you are filled up on energy like all the time. You definitely have to take the cooldown reduction at 7 on your heal to try and keep up even spending your energy. Assuming your Cho'Gall, you know, is any good at all at building up that energy, it should be great for you. So very exciting. And Stitch's response. So Gorge is of course really powerful against Cho'Gall. You displace 2 people and you can try to isolate them and blow them up. Cho'Gall does have 2 different escapes with Hurry Up Oath and his punchy charge, and then Oriole has an additional save, and then of course later on in the game they also get the Molten block, so he's not the easiest target to bring down even with a displacement like Gorge and a hook, but you move him far enough, he should be able to go down, and Chen will slow him, Vala will slow him with Frost Shot later on, or Vala might go for the Giant Killer type talent at 16. Alarak has been a very popular pick in the pro scene. Of course, the pros are really good with him. They catch people out all the time and land all their combos, so he gets a lot of value. In a rotational map like this, I kind of like Alarak because getting kills is how you get the points, not kind of... I mean, you could try to push the lanes and pressure the lanes and try to move people out of position that way, but getting kills is like the easiest way to get both beacons, so Alarak is a superb ganker for that. And in response, they pick another huge frontliner in Sonya, and she will, I mean, if she gets silence, it's not great for her, but she can do a lot of damage, and she can sustain herself with a whirlwind. So very interesting from 2+2. You don't usually see Sonya on this map. So let me know in chat which team you think won the draft for Braxis Holdout. I'm pretty excited seeing Cho'Gall. That's a very different draft, and like just all the synergy in these 4 picks, Lunariel and Cho'Gall combo is fantastic. And you know what, Sonya and Cho'Gall are going to be together so much that the AoE heal will most likely heal both of them all the time, unless Stitches can isolate them. So I think a lot of this game will be determined by the Stitches. And furthermore, if you tuned in yesterday, you saw in the Pro Division game, Gamma Squad tried to pick a single Stitches, and I mentioned that I like Stitches way better in double tank comps because then the Stitches can stand out of the way and get maximum distance hooks. And here we see that they did pick a different, or a second tank to go with that Stitches, so that Stitches can optimize his positioning and Chen can still do regular tank things. Okay, here we go. So this is a 1-game series. This is Division 1 between Deep Impact and 2+2 Equals Team. This is the last week of Cheer League. We are going into the playoffs next week, so it's a very exciting time. We're going to see who's the best of the best in each of the divisions, and 2+2 Equals Team is definitely up there. And here's where I read the About page, the description that each team puts onto their Cheer League page. Alright, for Deep Impact, a comet is hurtling toward Earth and could mean the end of all human life. The US government keeps the crisis under wraps, but crack reporter La Oxymore uncovers the truth, forcing US President James Franco to announce his plan. Grizzled astronaut Kyle Sophist Lamphere and his team Cooler and Man Mode will land on the comet and lay explosives, hopefully deterring the object from its doomsday course. If not, humanity will have time to prepare for the worst. Wow, that is like the best description I've ever read of any team ever. Okay, and then 2+2 Equals Team simply says 2+2. Alright, so introducing the teams. Deep Impact, Man Mode on Chen, taking the solo top lane. Dead Poetic on Stitches, Not a Fish on Malfurion, Temmie on Alarak, and Cooler on Vala. On 2+2, we have Sonya, McNulty on Sonya rather, taking the solo lane. Gillette on Cho'Gall, that's their Cho'Gall name. Axon on Lunara, and Passionless on Oriel. And we see they try to pressure the Cho'Gall, but that's not gonna work. Oriel doesn't have a lot of energy right now, but she will be able to heal him up, no problem. Alright, so I think they're unhappy about US West. Passionless asked me to put it on US West, and I think the team captain is not happy about that. Okay, so noted. Alright, so you can see this top lane is pretty even, the one-on-one lane. Nothing's probably going to be happening there unless someone makes a big mistake, so we're going to focus our attention on the bottom lane where Cho'Gall is. In Cho'Gall games, a lot of the times, everything is kind of revolves around the Cho'Gall, killing the Cho'Gall, displacing him, doing different things revolving around the Cho'Gall, so this game should be no different. The root, the silence, and everything should be focused on the Cho'Gall. Actually, if you get a silence on Oriel, that would be huge step in killing the Cho'Gall. So, and it looks like he's a bit isolated here, but it doesn't matter. He's a healthy boy. He'll just get away. And looking at the talents, we got Natural Perspective, Warpaint, Shove, Surging Dash, and Sweep. So probably going for a very safe build on Oriel. Now, interestingly, okay, there we go. He switched the crown to Cho'Gall. I was gonna say, interestingly, he had his crown on Lunara, and you can see Passionless is switching it around quite a bit. And you see Sonya actually got the top point, and now 2+2 equals team is already charging it. Cho'Gall is very isolated and in a little bit of trouble though, but he will get away with that surging dash. This means they have to give up the point though, and they actually kill 2 people while Cho'Gall is gone, and Cho'Gall can't come back this way. No, go the safe way. And look at that root just as he was charging. That was a great root, and this is going to be a problem for him this game, I feel. That root from Malfurion, it comes out so fast, and oh, nice combo from the Alarak, and now they should at least send 1 or 2 people top probably to try and get this point. Malfurion is on it. Sonya can see him though. Can Sonya fight both these people? Probably not. And you see a Treant from Malfurion even. Not the usual level 4 talent you see coming out. And now it's Deep Impact's turn to be charging their beacons. And it looks like they're not back in time to challenge this beacon. I feel like Vala might have wanted to challenge it more, but that might have put her out of position, so I trust her judgment on that one. But now Cho'Gall is back and ready to fight, and the progress is 38-38, so even from these 2 teams. Lunara manages to get away. Nice job there, just in time. And Oriole has a lot of energy. Oh no, Alarak missed his combo there. That was almost a sure kill on the Oriole if he got that combo off. Unfortunate, but life goes on, and they each have one beacon. I want to say bacon all the time. Cho'Gall gets silenced. Now, of course, even when Cho gets silenced, Gall does not. So Gall can keep throwing his stuff, which is very handy against Alarak. And well, we're into a more passive phase. Vala needs to be a little bit careful. Cho'Gall once again, where's the heal? Okay, there we go. I feel like Oriole is holding her heals a little bit too much. She should be healing all the time once her bar is full, because Cho'Gall will give her a lot of energy, like I was stating before. And it looks like Sonya's still winning this top lane. She does have better clear. Oh, Cho'Gall gets hooked! Hey, she's gonna go down! Oh no! That hook! Oh my goodness. Didn't see that coming. And now Alarak was already on the top lane helping out Chen, so they're going to get both. Okay, this is probably going to be 100 for Deep Impact. And 2+2 has to figure out how they want to defend this right now. Having such a big wave probably means they should defend 5 up top. As we saw in the HGC, or BlizzCon rather, we even at 100-0, you can defend the wave with all 5 and still come out ahead if you get some kills. If the other team, you know, capitalize on the other team's hubris. All right. So we'll see how this happens. They don't send all 5. Oriole gets caught out. Oh no. This is a disaster. This is going to be a hot mess now. How are they going to clear up this wave with only Lunara and Cho'Gall? Wow, Vala playing really aggressive here, knowing that if anyone steps out of position to try to get her, her team will back her up and destroy them. So just playing super aggro, which is a great way to play Vala, actually. In a, team environment. Okay, and up top we can see like attempted gank on Sonya, and it looks like it's gonna work. There's no way she's gonna escape, and this is the power of Alarak. In the rotations, his ganks are so powerful, especially in the early game. And look at the lead they've built up for themselves. Over a full level lead, and they're gonna definitely get their heroics first. Now, is 2+2 equals team going to get them before the next beacons? That's the real question. And, oh no, please, Cho'Gall! No, you can't die like this! Oh no. And Oriole once again didn't have a cooldown to keep him up. And at level 10 reached already, and if they want to go as 5, they can actually just take top fort, which I think they should do, but instead they're gonna take the camps first. This does buy 2+2 equals team a little bit of time, and it looks like it is Gorge by Stitches, and in a 2-tank composition, Gorge is very good. In 1-tank composition, not so good. Unless, well, depending on the map. It's still good on Towers of Doom. So, and we see Panda Pals, Twilight Dream, Strafe, and Counter-Strike. So a lot of damage coming out from Deep Impact. They just took a lot of their damage ultimates, other than Gorge, of course. Oh my god, Oriole almost dying to that Counter-Strike. They just have so much damage on Deep Impact, and 2+2 team really needs to figure out how they're going to deal with this. And McNulty's still going strong against Chen up there, but really it's this lane that has been the disaster. It's 10-0 on the kill score here, and 2+2 is struggling just to even get their heroics. So I don't know what they can do right now. They just gotta chill out, keep it safe. Lunar actually takes Nature's Culling. Oh, gets comboed and runs right in the direction of the Counter-Strike. She really had no choice, I guess, but Jesus, this is a nightmare for 2+2 so far. They're just, Alarak is just catching them out, and look at that Gorge placing them out of position into the root. Of course, there's no cleanse on Oriole, so she can't save him. Oh man, this is crazy. What can 2+2 team do now? They have to sacrifice this. It's going to be 100-0. You know, Sonya's just going to give up her life if she tries to defend it. They're going to have to set up a party bush. It is, I think, you know, suicidal, unexpected move territory on this map now, just because of the nature of this map. It's so small. Having this large a disadvantage, which you know, you could have different avenues of coming back on different maps, like sneaking a boss or something like that maybe. Here is not going to be possible. They do manage to keep it from being 100-0 cap though, for now, as they take the bottom point. And Cho'Gall just charges right in. He doesn't care. And uses his ult, but gets silenced. They do get Alarak, but Cho'Gall's might go down. Probably go down? No, will not go down. Wow! That multi-shot barely didn't do enough damage to kill him. And Stitches is quite low as well. They are going to get the point back, but how's Sonya doing on top? Really kind of trading ultimates with the Panda Pals. And once... Oh no, Vala comes up to help though, so that's going to be a lost beacon. I keep wanting to say bacon. Okay, beacon, and they're going to have to challenge this bottom one before Alarak gets back. Once Alarak gets back, it's going to be a little bit hard, but they do a reasonable amount of damage to Stitches. Oh no, Oriole gets hooked! She also has no energy! Does she have Aegis? No, she already used it, so... Okay, it's coming back up though. The Gorge does place Cho'Gall out of position. It looks like they didn't have the root follow-up though, so he's going to escape. Maybe he is. And Lee unlaunches his ultimate. Sonya, in the meantime, couldn't withstand that 2v1. I'm surprised she even challenged it that hard. And it looks like it is going to be 100-0 in the end still. Okay, and it looks like I hear the sound bites of the blue team. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. Alright. Not that I cast this map overly much. It doesn't seem like too many people like it. And remember, this was 2+2 team's map pick, so I'm quite surprised that their strategy isn't working as well as they thought it would. And they send only Cho'Gall and Oriole up here to defend. Okay, no, they are switching their 4 lane. And Cho'Gall is getting the heck out of there, as he should. That fort is 100% dead. Okay, well, he gets Gorged once again, and you see why. This is why Gorge is so amazing against Cho'Gall. You pull him out of position, you lock him down. Oh, and Oriole tried to save him, and gets killed as well. Couldn't get the Aegis off. Not that Aegis really would have helped him. They did a nice body block surround, kind of like a Warcraft 3 surround. And, you know, there was nowhere he could go. Where else is he going to go? And look at this huge 3-level lead now. I don't see a way 2+2 team can come back on such a small map from this big a deficit. They're now 2 talents down with that keep going down. Sonya's doing what she can, trying to get some XP for her team, and it looks like she is gonna pull them to within one. Oh no, Cho'Gall gets gone on again, and this time they won't get him though. That's something. Why does Chen look so small? Does Chen look super small to everyone? Huh. Alright. Is he just not as big as I normally think he is? I guess that's must be the case. He's super small. Okay. Oh, they catch Sonya once again, pushing out that far. Of course, you know, a kill on her for all the experience she gained is a good trade-off for 2+2. They really need the XP no matter what, and being 3 levels behind, her death isn't going to give them all that much. And now Deep Impact is going to take the boss just before the beacon spawn, or well, before the next beacon spawn, so that, you know, they're guaranteeing themselves the beacons essentially, and they just have the possibility to end the game with this. They catch 1 or 2 people out with the Alar combo, for example, or Stitch's hook or a Gorge, they can just easily end the game. So this is the Stitch's draft that I like to see for sure. Okay, so the kill score is 18-1. This is insane. I haven't seen 2+2 team lose this hard, like ever. And another hook into Gorge, and we see the Molten block coming out, but it puts Lunara in a very awkward position, and she gets silenced and can't even use her Aegis. Once again, she dies without using her ult, and oh goodness, this is it. This is the game. With Cho'Gall down for 25 seconds, boss still pushing core. It seems like Sonya has given up now. She's not even coming back yet, and they're already on the core, so there's no way for them to hold this off. And Passionless calls good game. Well, that was really well played by Deep Impact. I love that draft. That's the type. This is the type of Stitch's draft I like to see with the 2 tanks. And we see Alarak topping hero damage. He did a lot of work hitting a lot of combos. We did see 1 miss combo on camera, but that didn't seem to matter too much. And then followed closely by Vala, who always has good numbers. And in the no death area, only Alarak died that whole game, and everyone else played careful enough or well enough that they didn't die at all, so good job by them. And anything else notable we see from the stat screen? Nothing too exciting. I mean, Sonya just did her own thing the whole game, so you can see she did a lot of XP and siege damage, and Chen same thing, the 2 solo laners. But she did get caught out a few times, not noticing the gank was coming. Of course, very hard to tell. Once all that map and vision was removed from them, they just couldn't really see. Looking into talents, the game was pretty action-packed, so I didn't really get too much of a chance to look at it. But you see even a fairly fairly unusual build coming out from Malfurion. The scouting drone is very good on this map. You see it taken even on Morales or something like that. And you see Vengeful Roots, once again, very non-standard, taking the Ice Block, even though he sort of saw no pressure the whole game, still took Ice Block to be safe, didn't want to give up his lead, and hard focus. So. And then we see the Keg build coming out from Chen, Frost build, except for Seething Hatred, once again, very good against Cho'Gall. And pretty standard build coming from Alarak. So, well played by everyone. Thank you to both teams. This puts Deep Impact to 6-2, moving them into the top 5 of the Chair League Division 1 leaderboard, I'm sure. And 2+2 team moves down to 5-3, but they should probably still get into the playoffs next week. So we'll see. Well, I'm sure we'll see them again. Thank you very much, viewers. If you enjoyed the cast, please hit the follow button on the bottom. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you to all the people who follow me already, and thank you all for watching. I will have another Chairly cast tomorrow night, so join me then.